KIDO Talk Radio, joined by Deputy Police Chief Tracy Bastarella from Meridian. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
How are you? Doing good.
Good to have you with us here at Independence Indoor Shooting. You guys do a lot of training here, right?
We do. We do most of our firearms training here. They give us a key, and they've taught us how to run the equipment, and so we train here quite frequently.
How important is that for your officers?
Well, it's extremely important. I can tell you that our officer that was involved with the shooting a few weeks ago, the officer that was shot, he relayed to me that exactly what took over when he was involved in that shooting was his training. So, and not just the firearms training, but the self-care training as well.
You know, we live in such an ADD world, Tracy. We seem to forget these serious issues that hit law enforcement all the time. We've been talking about this for years, the ever-heightening dangers of being in law enforcement in Meridian and in other places in Idaho.
It's definitely a changing environment. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of things, I think, going on culturally within our communities that have changed as far as respect, not just to police, but just to government or really people in general. And so we try to, of course, bridge that gap with our community and make sure that we keep that community feel about the way that we police and the way that we interact with the members here. Okay,
now we're going to... I have to get to this. Now, the song you guys did, you guys look so cool doing the lip sync challenge. Now, please give us the name of the song. It's a country song, right?
5150.
Okay.
By Dirks Bentley.
Or, 5150.
5150.
Right.
Yes.
Back to the Van Halen days.
Back to the Van Halen days when Sammy Hagar was with them.
Right,
yes.
Right. 5150. You remember that album well. So what has gone into it? You've got yourself, Nampa, Twin Falls, ISP, now Caldwell. I don't know if you've seen Caldwell's this morning. The dancing there is very eye-catching.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Right. What, from a police perspective, why take part in this, and what does it mean for these police departments having a little fun?
Well, really, I think one of the biggest reasons is it's a way to connect with the community, especially with the younger kids who they connect through music, they connect through videos and things like that. And for us, we had a lot of unexpected consequences. We had just come out of 2 shootings, investigating a murder-suicide. So the mood around the department wasn't, I won't say it was low, but there was a little cloud hanging over us. And once we got involved in the video, that day the mood completely changed. People were really lighthearted after that, and we kind of made it over that hump. Even the officer that was involved in the shooting that was shot, Officer Kyle Mikowski, he watched the video once we threw it up, and he thought it was great. And it was really happenstance that we got involved. We were contacted by a gentleman who we have a mutual friend through the martial arts world with, and he saw a picture of me with him, and he called me and said, I think this would be great for you guys to do. I didn't think we'd get quite the response we got,
right.
But a lot of people joined in, and the response from the community has been phenomenal.
Well, I could see why you picked 5150, 5150, again, back to our old school roots. But it's fascinating the songs that these police departments across the country are picking, from Pitbull to Top Gun.
Yeah, I had a little bit more of a hand in picking our music.
Right.
I'm more of a either 80s rock or
right.
country.
Right.
And so he gave us some options, and I didn't give anybody any options. We went with
right. No Bon Jovi or Poison.
No Bon Jovi or Poison. This had a little bit of a police connection to it, which was another reason we picked it.
Indeed. The state of departments right now, big announcement yesterday concerning the rest of the area nations folks, local and federal officers working together. How safe are we here?
We're still a very, very safe community, and I think one of the advantages we have over a lot of communities in different parts of the country is we work very well with one another. We don't have those turf wars with Boise City or with the sheriff's department or those other agencies. We've been in the task force since it began 13 years ago, and we were involved in several task forces throughout the valley so that we can break down those jurisdictional lines and we can share that intel much quicker.
We take a look at the mood. It's a little early to see the impact the lip sync challenge is having, but the mood towards law enforcement, are we getting back to a more of supportive vibe with law enforcement than we were a few years ago, sir?
Absolutely, and I can say that in our community, we never really lost that respect for law enforcement for the most part. Even when things were going bad across the country, we have people come up to us every day, thank us for our service. It's really humbling when you're out with a patrol officer and just having a cup of coffee or something, the number of people who come by and thank our officers for what they're doing in the community. And it happens every day, multiple times a day. And, we work very hard to create that relationship as well. But we live in a phenomenal community. We're very, very lucky in this valley.
We echo those comments. Finally, all these people moving in.
There's a lot of people moving in. That's for sure.
Indeed, and with that comes challenges. Not, we've been talking about it from a serious situation with crime, but then you've got traffic and congestion. You say Meridian, Idaho, and people say Eagle Road. Absolutely.
Well, I was just talking to your mom about Eagle Road, and now neither one of us are big fans of it. With the good things that come with growth, those challenges come as well. And for us as an agency, it's very challenging. We're annexing a lot of land for the city here. Our jurisdiction goes clear down Locust Grove to Columbia Road now. And whether there's one house out there or no houses out there, when there's accidents, things like that, we have to respond to those. So it stretches our resources thin, and we have to work with the council and try to build those resources up and stay ahead of that curve. And that's an ever-going challenge for sure.
Anything else you'd like to share with us, Tracy, this morning?
Just again, we live in a great community, and we appreciate the support that we get here, and we work very hard to maintain that support. And if we're doing something that's contrary to that, we want to hear from people. So we're always up for hearing the good and the bad.
Indeed, you're always so anchored to the community, but you've done a lot of traveling lately to the nation's capital and to doing some more law enforcement training. How has that enhanced what you guys do here in Meridian?
One of the things that when I came back from the training back there that really stood out to me was we're doing a lot of things really right in this community and in our agency. A lot of times you think that these larger agencies, they have all the answers, and then when you go to training like this, you realize maybe they don't. Mm-hmm. And the biggest thing that stood out to me was I was really excited to get home and get back to work. And a lot of the people in the training with me weren't really excited. They were excited to get home to their families. They weren't excited to get back to work. And that told me everything I needed to know about the agency and the community that I work in.
Right.
I couldn't wait to get back here.
Indeed. It really makes you appreciate it. Idaho really spoils you because when you get on the planes, when you go anywhere, you just realize how friendly the people are here.
Absolutely. When people come here for training from other parts of the country or come to visit, they always comment to me about how friendly people are. Everybody says hello. Everybody wants to have a conversation with them. Very friendly. And we've got to work to keep that. With people moving in, I talk about it a lot with our officers because we have officers that come from other parts of the country as well to come to work for us. And I tell them the one thing that we're going to maintain at the Meridian Police Department is the culture that we've built. And we're going to build upon that culture and make it better. And that is about service and serving the community. We have nothing else to offer the community but our service, and so we better make sure that we're delivering that and we're delivering it correctly.
One more question back to the officer involved in the shooting. How's he doing? How's his family doing?
They're doing very well. I will say that his wife is a rock. Mm-hmm. She's a rock star through all of this. Very, very strong, very supportive. And the officer, Officer Mikowski, I just can't say enough about him. We knew when we hired him he was going to be a superstar, a great officer, and he is. And he showed that throughout that incident, and he showed it since the incident. And his spirits are over the top. He's working hard to get back to work, and I think he'll come back to work sooner than later, sooner than I think people expected, just because that's the type of person he is. He's working every day to get back. Little bumps here and there in the road to recovery, but we're helping him through it, and he's going to be back, and he's going to be doing a great job for us again. So we can't say enough about the community support for how they rallied around him when this happened.
Any outreach or any phone numbers or websites you want to give out?
follow us on Facebook for sure.
Right.
Meridian Police Department, Meridian, Idaho. And
I don't know if you guys were self-deprecating enough. Here's my unsolicited. You guys looked so cool in that. Again, let me apologize in advance for our friends in Caldwell. They did a very good job of really.
They took probably a lot more time than us, start to finish.
Right.
With us, we didn't practice.
In one take?
We did. It was about 2 hours and that was it.
Right.
We said this is what we're going to do. We met that morning.
Right.
Came up with brainstormed a few ideas and jumped on the truck and went to town.
How many comments have you gotten about that on the streets?
We've gotten a lot.
Yeah,
actually.
I bet.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of comments and a lot of comments through Facebook of people who loved it.
Yeah.
We get a few of the haters, and you know what?
Right.
That's okay. Okay.
It's such a good viral, organic outreach when it comes to community policing. It's amazing.
It was more than we expected for sure.
Yeah.
We did not expect it to take off like it did, and it actually made it to the news in Hong Kong.
You guys were on in Hong Kong.
We were in Hong Kong. I have a friend from the National Academy that's from Hong Kong, and he sent me a screenshot from their news back there, and another friend in Saudi Arabia. So they've all seen it, so that's pretty good.
I love it. Meridian, Saudi Arabia, and Hong Kong.
You bet.
Tracy, God bless you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate you always swinging on.
No, thank you for your support.
Oh, that's what we're here for, sir.
Thank
you. You're listening to Kevin Miller, KIDO Talk Radio. All right, the gang's all here. Big John, Ravishing Randy, George, Running Wild. Everybody's here at Independence Indoor Shooting in Meridian, Idaho. Phone number's here, 580-5436, 580-KIDO. Cindy, we'll get to you in a minute. Let's see. Oh, all right, Cindy, come on. Wes, why don't you get over here as well? Cindy, you wanted to say something?
Well, I first like to say how grateful I am to all our police officers for them protecting us. And I thank you, Kevin, for always, since I've been here in Idaho, you stand behind our armed services, our police. So I'm just, and I think that's very different than I see in the places I've lived. So that said, the officer had mentioned that the officer that was shot is doing well and that he applied his own tourniquets to his wound. And, another thing that I really like about this indoor shooting when I first came down here was this. One, they have courses for everyone, and this is really important tonight. If you want to know, I have my CPR, but tonight here from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., it says this is a live event, and what they're going to do is they are going to teach you first aid specifically for if you come upon someone that has a gunshot wound, just like you have to know how to get down there and do your CPR or whatever have you if someone's choking. This in this day and age in America, I think this is great that they're offering this. So it's 6 to 9 here tonight at Independent Indoor Shooting. And from what I just see, every place around this place, not only do they have a facility where you can use your weapons safely, but they have all the backup and accoutrements to go along with it, plus the people that know and respect these weapons.
All right, Cindy, thank you. We've got Big John here in a minute, but by the way, you can come by and fire for free. Wes joining us once again, American Reserve Munitions. How's it going here?
Doing great this morning. Had lots of people in to shoot. Welcome everybody to come down and join us.
Right, we're here till 9. We appreciate you donating the ammunition. That's not free.
No, it comes out of our profit line, that's for sure.
Well, we appreciate that. Why the outreach when you're thinking about this?
We love our industry. We love being in it. And we want to invite new people. We have some innovative products that we'd like to introduce to people and to really get our message out that we do a quality ammunition, and it's a little better than the bottom of the shelf stuff that most people grow up shooting.
Well, Barb from Sunny Slope had a lot to say about your ammunition.
She had some nice groups.
Yeah.
She did well. Anything
else? How do people get a hold of you?
AmericanReserveMunitions.com. You can see what we have for offering on our website. We have innovations. We're small enough that we can work with some of the new technology coming out. And so we always have some, not always, but about every month or so, we have something new on the shelf.
Well, we're going to hear that new technology here in a minute. I think we've got a couple people back at the range.
Yep, a couple people coming in and ready to pull the trigger.
And they've got, 24, 25 indoor ranges plus the ones in the back, the 100 yard.
That big 100-yard range.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Wes, again, your website?
AmericanReserveMunitions.com.
All right, Wes, thank you. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you for listening, by the way. Appreciate that.
We try. Sometimes, a lot of mornings it gets too hectic, but I get 2 or 3 hours a week of the Kevin Show.
Thank you. And Big John, are you talking on the radio, or are you just sitting here for a minute? What can we do for you?
Well, since you put it that way.
Right. Usually when people get next to the mic, they want to speak on the radio. That's why we're here this morning at Independence Indoor Shooting in Meridian, Idaho. Big John, what's up?
Well, I just wanted to stop by and say hello. And regarding Tom Munn's call, I really enjoyed listening to that, and I think he makes some really good points.
And that was in the 6 a.m. hour, and if people missed it, they can go back to KIDOTalkRadio.com and listen to the podcast. Our friend Austin in for Ray Amaya will have that up probably before 10 o'clock this morning. That was in reference to the situation in northern Idaho where you have people at a McDonald's going back and forth on that. So I think we've covered the Tom Munn's call. Back to your opinion.
Okay. So, well, my opinion is if we really want God to bless us as a country, we need to obey his laws.
Right.
And we've been promised that if we serve the God of the land, who is Christ, that we'll never be taken over by somebody outside the country or even fall apart internally. However, so what we need to do, the best thing we can do to show our patriotism, if we're a freedom-loving, liberty-loving people, is to attend the church of our choice faithfully every Sunday. And that would do a lot, to help us. And it would put us in a position where God could bless our efforts in things like getting involved and finding out, how our laws are being made and are they constitutional.
Sure.
And then we need to study the Constitution. That's why I bring up, what Tom Munn's comments.
Right. What I'm saying is that was 2 hours ago. So
Right.
people have kind of moved on.
Oh, okay.
They want to hear what you have to say. Tom gets his time, but back to you.
Well,
that's why we have you on.
I've said
that's why we put you on the mic. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I got it. I got it, Kevin.
My mom she goes, "You are such a mouthy kid." She'd tell that. Can you believe that? You would never believe that, would you?
No.
I would. Yeah, moms know best. Well, thank you for that. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Tea Party Bob. We'll keep you on the fringes there. All right, Big John. Anything else we can do for you this morning, sir? Okay.
No.
Let's go to I hate it when that happens. All right, let's go to my mom, Pat Miller, joining us here at KIDO Talk Radio. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We'll have you get closer to the
Am
mic
I
there.
Closer? Am I where I belong?
Yes, there you go.
I'm usually on the phone, so I'm not usually.
Right, you're a little starstruck here seeing the
am.
crew, yes.
I am.
Right.
This is a little different for me, but what a great place this is.
Uh-huh.
Lots of guns, lots of ammunition. There's all kinds of noise going on here.
That's what makes it great, though. We call that natural sound in the business.
Yes.
So you love Idaho. You've been here. Your thoughts?
I do. I love it. It's getting bigger and busier.
You were at the Snake River Stampede last night and the night before. How was that?
That was really fun. We love that. But, yeah, it was great. We had a good time.
Right.
Met lots of nice people from all over Idaho.
Yeah, I feel like my home is like an Airbnb for the Snake River Stampede because you book your time. You have people, and it's funny. People will travel to exotic places. They'll go to Belize, or they'll vacation, or they'll do something else. And you come to Idaho to go to the Snake River Stampede.
Well, we don't have a stampede in New Hampshire, so we have to come here. And I'm so glad you're here that we can live at your house.
Right. We're practicing for Airbnb. Everybody needs a side hustle. Although I don't know if you have an Airbnb, if you can't live in that when you rent it out, can you?
No. Well,
you have to go somewhere.
Well, you do.
Yeah. But you've noticed that Idaho is getting bigger.
It is. It's huge. I mean, I was talking to Tracy about Eagle Road. It was crazy.
Right.
I mean, Daniel Webster Highway's bad, but it's only 2 lanes. Eagle's like 4 on each side. It's just too much for me.
Too much for you.
I avoid that street all the time.
A lot has changed in your 9 years here in Idaho, hasn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, even where you live has gotten busy. At 5 o'clock at night, Star Road is like bumper to bumper going in.
Right.
Really.
By the way, that's our friend. That's our friend Sydney at the shooting gallery. You could have a shooting gallery here. You can have shoot. So, you've come to shoot this morning, or is Dad
No,
shooting?
Dad's shooting.
Right. Now,
I probably should because
now you've taken some classes.
I have.
Right.
I have.
Why don't you shoot? You should.
I'm just a little uncomfortable with it yet.
Right.
So I really need to get.
Well, we've got the range. Look, you've got Dad back there. He'll make you comfortable. You've got a range officer.
Okay.
And you can shoot whatever weapon you want. And we've got some really high-quality ammunition as well.
Well, okay, as long as it's not Dad.
Sure. Fair enough. You don't like taking direction, I guess. Not from Dad.
No.
All right. No. See, you learned a lot here this morning.
I know. It's all better.
Right.
I just need some professional.
You never know what's going to happen here. By the way, folks, don't feel left out. 580-5436, 580-KIDO. Are you surprised you have like a cult-like following here?
It's so nice. Do you know everywhere we go, people say, where are you from? We say New Hampshire, and they say, why are you here? We say, we're here because our kids are here.
Well, I thought you said you're here for the Snake River Stampede.
No, we're here for the kids.
Just want to make sure you get your story right.
Anyway,
okay.
So.
Look at how she dismisses me. Yes, go ahead.
But then they say, well, who's your kids? And then I say, Kevin Miller. And they go, oh,
that
I
guy.
listen to Kevin Miller.
They go, I've had enough of him. He's pretty mouthy.
They don't say that. No. They don't say that.
Right.
So it's pretty fun.
Right.
To know a celebrity, actually be related to one.
Right. That's a stretch. All right, Mom, we love you. We'll have you go back and shoot.
Bye.
You're going to go back and shoot, right?
Sure.
All right. Coming up next, more fun from Independence Indoor Shooting in Meridian, Idaho. You're listening to Kevin Miller on KIDO Talk Radio. And the live firing continues till 9 o'clock at Independence Indoor Shooting. Kevin Miller in the morning here, KIDO Talk Radio. Let's go to our friend Michelle joins us. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Kevin. Great, thanks.
So we just met today. What brings you here?
Well, I wanted to stop by and say hello to you and thank you for all you do.
Oh, you're welcome.
For all of us listeners and hopefully more listeners down the road. But basically, been wanting to check out Independence Indoor Shooting. I came specifically to check out the facility and check out a personal carry gun, see if they had it and what it felt like to hold it and
sure
all of that. So, yeah, it's awesome here.
I was trying to cajole you to go shoot.
I may just do that.
You hear that going on right in the background right there.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
It is. What does the Second Amendment mean to you?
It's a very dear to my heart amendment. I think every citizen should be able to protect themselves and defend themselves. And I just think that the people that support the amendment are true Americans. It's what we need in this world right now, and super important. I also work for the school district, and I'm a realtor, so I'm very sensitive to the issue.
Sure.
Have a lot of thoughts about defending yourself in those situations. So
I bet. How about the growth in the Treasure Valley?
It's crazy.
It is. It certainly is. Anything else you'd like to share with us today? You just kind of stopped by and we grabbed you and threw you on there.
Yeah, you did. But that's quite all right. I just urge everybody to come by and take a peek at the facility here. I have been to other indoor ranges, and what I've seen so far, this is huge, offers a lot. I'm excited to check the range out, so come on by.
Well, maybe you could check it out and come back before 9 o'clock.
I'll try to do that, Kevin.
All right. Thank you, Michelle. Take care.
Thank you.
Phone number is 580-5436, 580-KIDO. Let's go to Liberal Steve, who's holding on KIDO Talk Radio. Good morning, Liberal Steve.
Bang, bang, she shot me down. Bang, bang, I hit the ground. Bang, bang, my Cindy shot me down. Good morning, Kevin Miller. How's things at the range? Shout out to your mommy and daddy.
You can hear it right now.
Yeah, you can hear it. By golly, I'm going to be there. No, I didn't lie. I never
you've got Tea Party Bob laughing at you. Cindy's laughing at you, and she's mad that you stood her up.
I never said I was going to be there during the show. It's like Donald Trump, a double negative. I said I was going to be there. I didn't say when.
Well, if you don't come during the show, it doesn't matter.
Like, it counts if I come during the show or don't? Come on, Miller. And the guy in northern Idaho, it's such a small state. It makes
hold on. I'm
news.
gonna let the sweet prince of the Treasure Valley, dressed up in his noble banana yellow or neon yellow, answer Liberal Steve. Do you want to say anything to Liberal Steve? Your old arch enemy there.
Today?
I'm not sure there's an answer you could give Steve that would be cogent to his mental capacity.
What does that really say about Liberal Steve that he says he's going to be somewhere and then doesn't show up?
Look, what do you expect from the village idiot?
Did you hear that? He called you the village idiot.
Well, I got one thing to say about Tea Party Bob. Bob, the Tea Party died a long time ago.
Terry from State College, Pennsylvania says, you lied to us, Buttercup.
Buttercup, that's a weed in Idaho. Did you know that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's a compliment being called a weed.
It's a very.
I guess he's not going to respond. Tea Party Bob.
There's not much to say with this guy. I mean, what can you say to him?
Well, is it time for him to go?
It's been time for him to go 3 years ago.
Is Bob wearing his spandex today?
Are you wearing your jammies?
Are you wearing your spandex
Do you have
today
the feather in your ear, boy?
You got your knee-high socks
You have your
on,
bandana
Bobby.
on? You look like Aunt Jemima sometimes?
Oh, now that's a racial slur there. I would cut him off the air forever for that.
Wow.
That just
Why don't
really
you tighten
tells
your belt
the
around your neck so we don't hear you so much?
Would you?
a Freudian slip
Are you
like
gonna?
that
Are you gonna
really
press?
tells who Bobby is.
Are you going to press charges against him?
I wouldn't even get close to Bob. The smell that comes off him is really
He'd be
bad.
lucky if I could press a grape against the table.
Well, we have Dwayne saying Liberal Steve equals 5150.
What's 5150?
That's police code for I believe mentally unstable.
That's right.
Oh, my
It is.
Yeah.
God. Who was that? A policeman that said that?
No, that was Dwayne.
It applies
Who's
to you,
Dwayne?
Steve, by the way.
Who's Dwayne?
Well, you were disappointed. Cindy's disappointed. Okay, Liberal Steve, this is what we call tune out. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, Stephen joins us from Star. How was it?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah?
Yep, I got the chance to go out there at Smith & Wesson 9mm. Tried that one for a little bit. Decided that one wasn't my taste, but I got my hands on the Beretta 9mm
Right.
and dialed it in. It was great. In fact, the guy, the range officer said, "Are you leaving?" I was like, "No, I'm coming back. I just want to go talk to Kevin for a few minutes."
Well, we appreciate you breaking away. I can see the glimmers in your eye there.
I still got the glasses on. I forgot to take them off.
Well, then you'll have to go back and shoot some more.
I'm going to.
So for people listening here at KIDO Talk Radio, Stephen, your thoughts on coming into Independence, the selection, the experience?
Oh, it's got a great selection. Just about any gun you want to shoot, they're there.
And you had tried some of Wes's ammunition?
Yeah. Oh, smooth, works great. Even told me that you can reload it. I didn't realize that you could reload this stuff. I'm customarily thinking brass is the only thing you can reload, and no, they're saying you can reload this stuff up to 80 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And
well,
it was just great facility. The range is clean and just perfect.
You started the day, you were going to work, and all of a sudden that didn't work out, and hopefully we made your day.
Oh, it's been a great day. I can go home with a smile on my face now.
And you're sitting next to Tea Party Bob. I mean,
Next to a roofer.
does it get any better than that? All right. Stephen, anything else you want to share with us?
No, I'm good, but thanks again for putting this on and making it possible to come down here today.
Well, thank you for listening, sir. Really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Let's go to Tea Party Bob. Your thoughts?
I think it's a great facility. I'd like to spend some time here, but not this morning. I'm going to bring a few of my guns down here and see what we can do with them.
Right.
Actually, I want to bring my rifle down here.
Right.
I like to see the long distance.
What kind of rifle do you have? Are you going to share that with us?
300 Win Mag.
Wow. Maybe we could have a shoot-off one day. I don't want to give people ideas, but I think that's the next way where we go. We actually have like a celebrity shoot-off.
That would be interesting. I'd be interested in doing that.
You feel confident in your abilities?
Count me in.
All right.
See if you can get Liberty Steve down here. Bring him a water pistol.
Liberty Steve?
Liberty Steve.
All right. Anything else you'd like to share with us this morning?
No, Kevin, thanks for doing this, and thanks for having your show on down here. I think it gives everybody a chance to come down and see the facility and get a chance to meet you and some of the people that are involved.
Well, and thanks to Independence for putting this on, and our friends at American Reserve Munitions. Thank you, Tea Party Bob. Appreciate you, brother. We'll see you around in a minute.
Thank you, my friend.
Kevin Miller here for our friends at Team Mazda Subaru. Check them out today. As Cindy will tell you, they're great, they're fun, they're exciting, and you can save some big money. Team Mazda Subaru has a new mailer out, and they still haven't collected the 20,000. The person. Okay, Cindy, don't distract me here while we're talking about Team Mazda Subaru. It's so fun, it's so exciting. You could win $20,000 up to 130% Blue Book value, or $2,000 for your trade. Aaron and Rob, we just talked to them yesterday. They're pumped up. They will fight for you and your loan rate when you go in there and get you the lowest rate so you can get that car, so you can afford to go on vacation, right? You work hard. They understand that. They want to take care of you like they've taken care of me and my family. Check them out today on the Boulevard in Caldwell. Team Mazda Subaru. Aaron and Rob, they support our schools. They help us with Miller's Mission. They make it happen. You're looking for a new car, previously owned, check them out today. Please tell them KIDO Talk Radio's Kevin Miller sent you. All right, Rob is joining us from Independence Indoor Shooting. And when you come into Independence Indoor Shooting, whether here at KIDO Talk Radio, you're going to see a lot of game on the wall. So that's your game, right?
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about Independence and what you do here.
Well, I've been at Independence before we opened, and I actually teach hunter education for Idaho Fish and Game. I've been an instructor for about 17 years, and I just want to say that Independence is the only private private corporation, for lack of a better term, that promotes hunter education here in the Treasure Valley. And right now we're putting out about 120 students a month come here and pass the hunter education class. So I just wanted to say thanks to Independence, because really there's no private businesses around that take the effort to do that, because it's a nonprofit thing. Hunter education is free. And
you can hear the education going on in the background there.
Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to thank Kevin for coming in the morning and just say that Independence and the owners here are really high on hunter education. So if anybody ever wants to take a hunter education class here, we're the number one in the valley now as far as production goes. We pump out about 120 students a month, for lack of a better term, and everybody has a good time. And there's other big corporate box stores around, and they do them occasionally, once or twice a year, but we do 3 a month, and I think that's pretty cool for the management to do that.
Why is hunter education so important? Why can't people just get a tag and go?
Well, everybody just thinks getting a tag and just going out hunting, but there's a lot more to hunting. It's about safety, following the rules, staying in your safe zone of fire is the number one accident across the country. More people get shot and die from people shooting out of safe zone of fire drills. We put them in drills. We take a 80-question test at the end. They learn about guns and safety and chokes, and it's a 120 book test that we have to go through. And when they leave here, they know how to go out and hunt safely, load their guns safely, and the different types of actions we use.
Rob, anything else?
No, sir, but I appreciate you guys.
Well, we appreciate you, and It's a lot of game. People should just come in to see the game on the wall.
Yeah, there's some nice ones in here. But you're looking at 64 years of trudging.
Right. One more time about hunter safety and why it's so important, and you can do that here at Independence Indoor Shooting with so many new people coming into the state.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just, this state, this is the most phenomenal place in the country to live. And we're getting a lot of young and old hunters, and it just teaches people how to be safe and respect private property, respect safe zone of fire, respect not shooting at cars or leaving trash on the ground. We cover a wide spectrum of safety and rules and just being a good, honest guy.
Rob, thank you.
You're welcome. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Let's go to Doug in Mountain Home, and then we'll go to Terry here at Independence Indoor Shooting. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning. Yeah, Kevin, thanks for doing what you're doing, and everybody at that place for doing what you're doing. I just want to say, I've been shooting since I was 11 years old. I'm 62. Been hunting, shooting. All you people that are coming here from wherever, California, whatever, just think of what you got going on here. What I'm trying to say is you're right. You came from California, you came from Washington, you came from New York, whatever, to this place to get away from the freedom-grabbing, progressive liberals. And you ain't nobody going to tell me they ain't, because I've been in it now for 40-some years watching what they're doing. And it's just like the last administration and the guy that was in the Oval Office that was just over in South Africa, and I wish he'd stay there. Anyway, I was in the VA clinic one time, Kevin, just 2 years ago when he was still in the friggin' Oval Office, and Schumer and him and all of them were trying to get something passed to where veterans, if you're a veteran, you couldn't have a gun, and if you're going on Social Security, they wanted to take your freedoms from you, your Second Amendment. So people, you stop and think about who I'm talking about. It's called Democrats.
Doug, great point. Doug, great point. We appreciate it. Back to Terry here at Independence Indoor Shooting with Kevin Miller.
Good morning, Kevin Miller. Kevin, I had a great experience here. I'd like everybody to know about it. Came in 3 months ago, had the big special then. I ordered a product. It had immediately went into back order. They did not have it in inventory. And it took 3 months to get this in, and the individuals that were responsible here needed to deal with manufacturing, timing, shipping, so many things. I called, Levi stepped up to the plate and said, "You've waited too long. Let me make this happen." 4 days later, I got a call from Levi. It was waiting for me. Excellent.
Awesome place here, huh?
Awesome place. Absolutely enjoy it. The emphasis on safety, quality, everything here is first class. And I think that's something that everybody needs to remember out there. There's a lot of places you can go in reference to your Second Amendment rights, but not every place that you go emphasizes all that needs to be emphasized. Saving lives, keeping lives. It's all good. It's family, very family. I've been to different gun clubs across the country where it's just not